You know, and in the 1980s was a deep time because I speak about the crack and AIDS epidemic. You know, I came home from the military to a time that we didn't know what AIDS was. We look at what's happened today with COVID, but back then, like in 81, AIDS made its introduction and people were dying and nobody really understood it. You know, they said it came from Africa, they came from Haiti. There's all these misinterpretations of this strange illness that came out. And I'm coming trying to sound the alarm because I came home. When I was in the military, I had got wind that, you know, the students started dying. The first student died because, you know, I got out of self and I snatched up my partner, Lamel. And Lamel, me and him were rolling partners. We were trying to save the youth in the community. And the ones that we focused on was the younger brothers of our crew. So the crew that we roll with, we all had younger brothers. So whatever reason, me and Lamel, we went after the younger ones. So Lamel's student, Divine, was the first one to get murdered. And I heard about him getting murdered when I was in Germany. So he got shot over I believe, over a weapon, some nonsense, maybe sneakers. And then when I came home from the military, my student Naquan got murdered. You know, and it's crazy because the people who murdered him, I knew him. Whatever reason, he became a gangster. You know, there was no safety net. I came home, everybody practically fell victim. And it's important for me to say, there was a turning point for a lot of us in 77 in particular.
So that was the year you came home in 77?
No, 77 is when I went in. At 77, January 1977, something happened in America that caused a major transformation all over America. And that's when the miniseries Roots came on.
Right.
It came on January 1977. And it was a turning point for a lot of people because it was the first time ever we got a glimpse into the transatlantic slave trade in Africa. Prior to that, we weren't getting any of that knowledge. You know what I mean? We weren't being taught that in school. Through the lessons, we were introduced to it. But now, when it came out in 77 of all years, it created an awakening amongst the people now. You know, people started to look deeper into themselves. A lot of individuals took on African or Arabic names. They changed their dress. They changed their diet. It was this revolution in the sense of consciousness. And a lot of people started to come together as one. And it was going well from January on to July. And then something tragic happened in July. And that was the blackout of 1977, July 13th. Because when the blackout hit, now a lot of stores are being broken into. People are getting jewelry, they're getting glasses, they're getting clothes, they're getting mopeds. And now it created this new division now. Now jewelry is being introduced on a massive level. So if you broke into a jewelry store, now you're wearing 5 rings on every finger. You know what I mean? Now you're wearing all the jewelry, you know what I mean? If you broke into an optical place, now you're wearing the gold frame glasses with no lenses. If you hit up a sneaker store, now you got all these different pair of Pumas and Adidas and Nikes. And then you might have got lucky and got yourself a weapon. So now you got all that going on. Now you got those that have and those that don't have. So now people see you that now you got the jewelry, now the envy and jealousy is there, and now the violence starts to ensue. You know, the envy and jealousy started to become very normalized.
Was that the same blackout that is credited for people getting hip-hop equipment?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what that did too, because now, you know, those DJs, now you were able to get better equipment now. You got your turntables, you got your records, you got your speakers, and that helped to kind of like give birth to hip-hop on an even greater level now, because that's what people got. People went ballistic when the blackout hit. For me, I stayed home because I was preparing to go into the military. So, you know, I needed to be home. So I thought about it. My parents had divorced, and luckily I moved from my neighborhood into another area with my mother, and I stayed home that night because I was prepping to go into the army. You know, so that saved me, because if it didn't, I would have been there, right there with them. And a lot of people got arrested. Some people got hurt. I remember Wise got his leg almost amputated by, you know, some glass fell on him. And I'm glad that I stayed. You know, me and my man Lamel stayed.
If Mecca did this.